So, do you ever drink wine?
I don't drink wine. Listen to the wolves at night. They are the children of the night. Hello, my legion. I bid you welcome. We are about to review a movie called Renfield. And there's a little short teaser because YouTube promotes the shorts. And it's
But not those shorts, I'll tell you.
not those shorts, yeah. And coming up to the movie review, is this movie any good? Or is it attributed to like the Tom Cruise's Mummy fiasco?
Is it something you could really sink your teeth into?
Yeah, definitely too. Has a lot of bite to it. So, till next time, check out the review of Renfield. From me, Count Callan. Hey, my legion. How y'all doing today? I'm here to review the movie Renfield with my buddy John, good friend John, friends in second grade. This is a reinvention of the whole Dracula tale. And Renfield, it focused on Renfield, the familiar of Dracula, who, I mean, if you remember the original Bela Lugosi movie, there was a guy that he ate bugs and stuff like that. That gives him power to help give Dracula the victims that he needs for him to feed off of. I mean, a familiar is like he takes care of the needs of Dracula, helps him.
A servant.
Or like a servant. And it helps him, you know, Dracula's eternal, and helps him just bring to his full power.
Now, this was directed by Chris McKay that wrote Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, and he also directed the Chris Pratt movie, The Tomorrow War. And then also one of the writers was Robert Kirkland, the creator of The Walking Dead.
Yes.
And it stars, of course, Nicolas Cage, Nicholas Hoult, who played the Beast in the X-Men, the X-Men early years movies, and Awkwafina.
Not the water. No, it's not like a jar of water. It's doing the Awkwafina, the actress, not like a little bottle of water. It's like, oh, you're doing Awkwafina. No, the actress who was in that, Chenchi and the Ten Rings? What was it called? Yeah. I mean, some people were like saying like it's two different movies. It focuses on like the Renfield and Dracula relationship, of course, dynamic, of course, and then it also focuses on the investigative by Awkwafina. But all works together brilliantly. Great color scheme to it. Like it's something like some of like a little more as cross between a Creepshow color scheme and what do you call it? Film noir. They blended together, but not black and white. I like how they did, like, they talked about the relationship together, like, through the old classic Universal Dracula movie, because it was released from Dracula.
Yeah, and he recreated some of the scenes.
Yeah, recreated some of the scenes. It was brilliant. I mean, he channeled Bela Lugosi, but you said he was going more for the Christopher Lee stuff and the more brutal stuff.
Yeah, well, he said his mannerisms was based off Christopher Lee's, because when they did a movie together, and he said he, really admired him for his Dracula movie. This was like a dream of Nicolas Cage to play Dracula. And I forget what I was going to say. And then like besides like the obvious Dracula movies, it also does a nod to a lost vampire movie from 1927 called London After Midnight.
Yes. That
Todd Browning remade a few years later as Mark of the Vampire. And London After Midnight starred Lon Chaney as a vampire with pointy teeth and a top hat.
Top hat, yep.
It's an iconic picture. But there's some people that, there's a lot of people like, oh, it's a lost classic, it needs to be found. And there's some people that have seen the movie said, actually, Mark of the Vampire was the better of the two. Even Chaney's performance wasn't one of his better performances. So it does nods to a lot of vampire stuff. You'll pick up a little clever things. We won't mention what you figure out. Jesus, oh, check that out. Oh, yeah, that was really cool.
So cool. I mean, it's super bloody and gory.
Yep.
It's awesome. And I do want to make sure, I mean, they're talking about vampires. This has nothing to do with Vampire Kiss the movie did.
Well, that's how they got the studio to allow them to hire Nicolas Cage, because he wanted Nicolas Cage, but they weren't interested until he showed him Vampire Kiss.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I thought Vampire Kiss was awful.
But how was his performance?
Oh, his performance is over the top and nuts, but I mean, but this is far cooler in my opinion.
Right.
Being able to, I mean, I still like Vampire Killer. I didn't care for anything about it. Maybe if I watched it again, but I really don't.
I never
want to
saw
watch it again. I don't. Well, I had a chance to see it in Germany. I never did, and I was curious about it. I remember getting on VHS in the early '90s for like $4 or $5, and I was disappointed by it. But this movie is awesome. I think everything in it works. Oh, look at that Dracula Sucks edition. That's funny.
Yep.
Dracula Sucks edition.
Wait, back.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to get to focus.
Okay, I'll focus.
I don't know if it's focusing. There you go.
Focus. Dracula Sucks edition. I mean, this is bright. Everything works wonderfully. It's a 10 out of 10. A lot of fun. Like I said, people are complaining about Aquafina stuff. But I mean, it all works perfectly and then it gets involved with drug lords and stuff like that without Cocaine Bear. You know, they get involved with drug bear. It's a wonderful movie, and it's really funny and very bloody, and it's pretty much perfect.
At the beginning, there's one of the people you see in the beginning in a flashback was in another famous vampire movie that was remade, but we won't spoil it by telling you. I didn't recognize him because he had a beard. Then I had
no idea. I never would have gotten. John told me that. Like you have to have faith to use that. I mean, but it was really brilliant, and I love the movie. I think it's wonderful. I mean, I really got into it too, like the action and stuff. And Nicolas Cage, I mean, he wasn't just hamming up. He was a real good bad guy, though. I mean, I loved it. I give it a 10 out of 10 for Renfield. That's definitely worth a watch too. So that's my review for John and myself. So until next time, everybody, please take care, my legion.
Like and
beware
subscribe.
the creatures of the night.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, ring the bell and ring my bell.